You want me to?
You can just leave it on the desk. Okay, we're live, Dustin.
Hey guys, we are here at True North Real Estate Advisors today. We're doing a collaboration with my friend Kim Leonard from ReMax in Johnson City and her father Jerry. And we are going to be doing a auctioneering class today to talk about the option of auctioneering, how the benefits of that pertains to you as a real estate agent, and the opportunities you may have as it comes to an auctioneer professional such as one of these guys. So I'm going to let Kim start us off and take over, so enjoy the class.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you.
Yay.
Hi, guys. How is everybody today?
Wonderful,
Having a good morning. Good morning. Good. Yeah, we're with ReMax Checkmate Auction Company, so it's Checkmate Auction. And I passed out a couple of little brochures here just to show you what our brochures and things look like when we send stuff out. And I'm going to turn it over to you to tell about the ins and outs of auction sales.
An auction sale is one of the best ways to price property, period. Whatever it sells for that day is exactly what it's worth. We sell them absolute, so when you come to one of our sales, it's going to sell. You're going to own a piece of property. That's all there is to it. We divide property up, we subdivide it, we break it down to the smallest piece we possibly get it broke down to, and sell them piece at a time. Then we offer for groupings, and then sell it as a whole. So whichever way it sells the highest is the way it sells.
So if somebody has, say, like a 5-acre piece of property they're trying to offload, and you guys, you can like say we're gonna sell 1 acre at a time for.
We have to take it through the planning commission if you go less than
Okay.
5 acres. Anything over 5 acres, we do not have to go through the planning
Okay.
commission.
Yeah.
So okay, so say there's 20, you can divide it
We
up by
can
5 acre.
subdivide it as much as you can subdivide it and try to get as much out
Got to
of
be
it as
5
possible.
acres or more.
But then you have to do a survey afterwards, or is
No,
that
we
be
do a
part
Do
of
the
it?
survey
survey
part
up
of it.
front.
Everything's surveyed out, title opinion's done up front, so we know exactly what we're selling. If we got a clear title, we got a clear title. If we don't have a clear title, we're gonna be straight up before we have a sale.
And by absolute, some auctioneers will do an auction on reserve, meaning it has to meet a certain price. Those auctions, we don't do that, because if somebody sees an auction sale, they're gonna want to be able to buy it that day. They are not as apt to bid if it has a reserve on it, because they're like, well, I might not even get it anyway. So absolute auctions are the way to go, and they are a very good way to get your client their money fast. We also do property, personal property sales. So if you have somebody that's got a whole house full of furniture and everything, and they're needing to liquidate the whole 9 yards, and they need it done in 60 days, we can make it happen.
Oh, so you guys can do estate sales too, that way?
We
Everything.
do everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
First,
Only with the real estate though. We'll do an estate sale we'll do the personal property, but only if we get the real estate as well.
Gotcha.
We don't just do the personal property.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
So, and we do pay referrals.
We can sell everything you've got except for a car, unless you're dead. If you're dead, we can sell it. If you're not dead, we can't.
Yeah. Everything you've got, well, and some guns and stuff we can
I
sell.
prefer not selling guns.
I prefer not to do it at
Too
all.
many rules and regulations to guns.
We have to bring a gun company in to help us do
In order
it.
to have a gun sale, you have to have a dealer on
Yeah,
premise.
yeah,
Yeah.
that feels.
I can't touch it. People can't touch it.
Only the dealer.
Only the dealer and the owner can show the property, what they're selling.
Gotcha.
And all we can do is call bids. Then we turn it straight over to the dealer, and the dealer takes care of it.
Yeah.
Now, used to we could sell them, but anymore, the rules and regulations on guns are a little too strict.
Oh yeah, everything's getting that way.
Yeah.
It's
We can do
property,
farm
even-
equipment, so if you have a big acreage tract and they're wanting to get rid of their whole farm, liquidate everything, we can do it for you. Have
We've
it
sold a
liquidated.
little everything. I tell
We
everybody,
literally have.
I've sold everything from a church to a beer joint. I've done both.
Yeah. Yes.
So when you say absolute, does that mean,
Whatever it brings that day, that's what it's
And
selling.
we have.
does it have to, so the seller doesn't have to, like, if they're like, all right, it's an absolute, whatever the highest bid is, it has to go for?
Yeah,
Yes.
but we have a good understanding of what's gonna bring.
So you have a starting bid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
We'll
so you
have a
don't
good
start at
idea.
zero, right?
Yeah.
No,
No,
Lord.
no.
Okay.
We're
No, I-
gonna-
that's-
as a matter of fact, we probably have started a little high.
That little cell right there, the owners were wanting, I think it was $100,000 for it.
For all of it.
For all of it, that's what they want, it was, 10 acres, all in floodplain.
In a floodplain. The whole
We're good,
thing.
it was in a floodplain, had the soybeans sowed on it, and it was leased, and we couldn't even get on the property. We had to sell it from the road.
Wow.
And we had to reserve the soybean for the guy that had it out until the season was over with.
Okay.
We put it up for sale. I think we started asking each track, we started asking $100,000 per track. And we kept coming down till somebody picked it up.
Oh, so you can come down.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Until
we
somebody
start-
starts picking it up and then we go back
Then we go
up.
back up the other direction.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if we start off at $100,000, you give me 75, I bid them 75, then how about 50? Now, if I get 50, then we go to 60. Who give me 60, bid them by 60, how about 65? See what I mean?
I was gonna ask if somebody
He's much better at it than I am. I just started.
could I can hear a little bit more for the class though.
How many people's been in an auction?
I want to go to one so bad, so now it's like, I'm very
You know, they're fun.
They are loads of
They're
fun.
fun to go to.
And if it's a personal property sale, you'll get all excited and you'll be like, yeah, and you'll be buying stuff and then you get home, you're like, why did I buy it?
That's how I feel like I would be.
You gotta remember, you're only paying just a few dollars more than that guy standing right over there.
That's exactly right. I mean,
So he knows what he's doing, I don't.
Nice.
but that one, what did it end up bringing total?
180-some thousand.
That's what I thought. And the people wanted 100. So it's still, auctions are doing wonderful.
They are
And
doing well.
auctions are very good for when the market changes too, and you have a bunch of foreclosures, estates.
That was an estate sale. We sell for foreclosures, we sell bankruptcies, we sell divorces. They're good too.
Divorces
Divides the
are good.
property up, there's no question what
And
it
they
is.
can't argue over what it's gonna bring because it brings what it brings, stay in
That's it, it's
sales.
done.
Yeah,
And they have the right to buy it each.
yeah, they can bid on it
Same way as
themselves.
that estate sale. If you have more than two people, any one of them can buy it.
Everybody
It
has
to
the
sell,
right to
but
bid.
you just can't turn it down. It has to transfer hands.
Okay.
So if there's two people or more involved, they have the right to buy as well as anybody.
So, it says here the terms of sale, so you have to have at least 10% down that day of sale, and the balance due payable within 30
That's
days.
correct.
So,
It's not subject to financing.
okay. So there's
Yeah,
no
no subject to finance,
You
whoever
better have
buys
it
it,
worked
they
out
better
prior
have it
to.
worked out prior to that
Okay.
auction day.
Because in an auction sale, if you bid it off at an auction and you come up 30 days and you don't have your money, you've got serious problems.
Cause you're in front of the judge at that point telling him you don't have your money.
That is a serious
Okay,
offense.
so it's a binding legal.
Yes,
It's a very
very
binding
much so,
sale.
yeah.
So you-
Once it says sold, it's done.
You better have your money in 30 days. That's how it
So
is.
Well, we might give you a
You
little
can't-
leeway, but not much.
You can do financing, it's subject, it's not subject to.
No,
like,
it's not
They
subject
just
to
have
no
to have it worked out
contingency.
prior to.
Okay.
Feel free to go get your financing already done up.
I don't know if you know this guy, his name's Michael.
Hey, Michael.
I'll be good.
Anyway, that's the way we set it up. Like I say, we sell a little everything. I've liquidated in Granger County, I think I've sold half of Granger County or Rutledge. The guy down there had an estate, he died. and we
You sold all 3 houses?
We sold, matter of fact, we did sell 3 houses, a car lot, farm equipment, cars, we sold it all that
It took
day.
us 2 days, didn't it?
No, it was one day. We started at 9 o'clock that morning, we finished up at 8 o'clock at night.
I remember we had one that took us 2 whole days to finish up. It was a lot of personal
You're gonna have
work.
to start inviting me to these things, I wanna come.
They're so much fun. They really are.
All the work's done prior to the sale.
Yeah.
The sale date is the fun day.
It's the fun day, yes.
Okay.
All
We
the
have
hard stuff's
fun
done.
with everybody out there. We pick on them, we have fun, we relax them, we try to make them very relaxed to buy.
Give away
Give
silver
away all the money.
dollars. Yeah,
Sweet.
so we have a good time. It's loads of fun. My mom does the clerking, so she's the one that keeps up with all the numbers. She's the numbers lady. I right now can do auctions for the personal property. I can auction, I just got my license, so I can only do the personal property. He has to do the, thank you. He has to do the real estate for right now, and, but we can, anything y'all can think of that needs to be auctioned off, we can do it for you.
Sweet.
So when someone comes to you and says that they want their property auctioned off, how long does that take? Like,
Depends
do
on
you
what
all
we're selling.
Okay.
Now, if we have to have surveyors out there, first thing we do is do a title opinion. But then if we have to have surveyors out there, we have to survey it, get it all prepared, do brochures, do advertisements, and we will advertise your name. They
Oh,
call
yeah.
it, you know, this is not gonna cut you out, period. The only thing is, we have to be the listing company.
Yeah, because it has to be under the,
And a licensed auctioneer
auctioneer.
has to list the property, and we have to sell it.
so we'll advertise, you know, we'll advertise
When you're
you
saying
with it.
me, you're
Huh?
saying me, like
Yeah.
me as a real estate agent, so how does that work?
So if
Okay,
you,
we send an advertising company and your name on the brochure.
on the brochure, so yeah, if you send us a referral, not only will you get paid, we'll
Oh,
advertise you all over the place too.
Right.
And we put these out
Yeah.
everywhere.
And we'll give you a bunch of them for you to take over.
Yeah, every time you run into, you
Your
go to
owners
Walmart,
will
take
have
some
some.
with you, get them out.
Make sure everybody gets one.
Yes.
We try to get it all over the neighborhood. We have boxes out there on the property, so they'll have a brochure at the property. And that one, I had to fill up that box 10 times.
Yeah, that was a good
And
thing.
then I know most auctions, like I guess when you say absolute, like sometimes you can't go in properties and see them, right? Like you're,
We don't open it up till morning
Day
of
of
the
sale.
sale.
mhm,
I have a reason for that.
yeah,
If you send somebody over there to take a look at it prior to the auction, they're talking themselves out of it the
Yeah.
second they walk through the door.
Yeah, so you want them to see it that day, be
And
excited
stand right
about
there
it.
and see what it
Stand
brings.
right there and see what it's
They
bringing.
might get the
and then
best
see
buy of
what
their life
who's
standing
beside
there.
them is talking them up, saying,
Yeah,
oh,
that
this
is-
is good, yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's one of my jobs. When Dad's selling the real estate, I am on the ground saying, it's only another $2,000.
Yeah.
Come on,
You
baby.
might get the best buy you've ever bought in your entire life standing there.
Standing at an auction sale,
Yeah.
I really could. And
You
we
never
have.
know. You never know. I bought some excellent buys at auctions.
So,
Yeah,
yes,
I wanna come to one, like,
they're loads of fun. We'll let you know when the next one
How are
is.
the
Please do.
fees and commissions like different?
We
Like,
pay your company a 30% referral fee.
okay, but how is it for you guys? Like, who pays, like, and then, like,
Okay,
like
we do it two
fees?
different ways. We have a buyer's premium and then the seller's commission. We charge the seller a certain percentage and plus expenses. And then we charge the buyer's premium and the buyer pays it.
Okay,
So it depends on which way we
Depends
take
on which way they
and which
decide
way
to
they're
go.
more comfortable with.
uh-huh,
And it works both ways.
Yeah, works very well both ways.
That was the buyer's premium.
Yeah, so you just add a percentage to it, it covered the advertising and everything, and the buyer paid the commissions
Yeah.
and stuff instead
And we
of the
make it
seller.
real, we try to keep our numbers simple so people can do it in their head.
Mhm.
You gotta remember, everybody has to have math at the 5th grade level.
Yeah,
Same way with groupings. You gotta keep everybody down to about 5th or 6th grade level so they can do math in their head. If they can't do it, our ground people are supposed to.
we're sitting there doing it for them, so, and when they group something together, like you have 3 tracks, and at the end of the sale, this one sold to this person, this one sold to this person, and this one sold to this person. Well, this guy over here that didn't bid at all has decided he wants the whole thing. Well, he can put all of those prices together, add 10% to it, and start the auction again.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
so that's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh, it works good.
it works out
Well, I mean,
really
I'm
well.
sure, I mean, it's
Sometimes we
like,
sell it in
That's just
pieces and
wild.
sometimes we
We
sell
sell
it
the
as a
whole
whole.
thing.
That one ended up
Yeah.
selling as a whole.
As a whole.
One man bought it all.
Yeah, so, yes, auctions are wonderful.
Any questions?
I'm sure I've got like 1,000 back in here.
yeah, so say I have a buyer come to me and they like sent me this property, it's up for auction, the bidding price starts at 10,000, it's on a certain day. What is like typically my job in that? Like,
You can come work the sale, we'll let you work it.
Yeah. Now, if you, now are you talking about you have somebody that's looking at something that's for auction right
yeah,
now?
like I have a buyer who's like, it's like, hey, I'm interested in this property, it's an auction.
You need to call that auction firm and see if they are reciprocating and will pay. A lot of them will not give you a referral fee at all. They
We
will
will
not.
give you a referral.
We will. A lot of them are like, well, just send your client. If they buy it, they buy it.
Right.
Well to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, but now we have a rule on that. You've got to register that
Register
client.
them the day
You
before
can't
at
do
least.
it the day of the sale, you have to do it the day
The day
before,
before.
okay.
get their name. We'll give you a percentage of the sale side. And that way you have to be there at the sale. That
Okay.
is a
Okay.
rule.
That's good to know, I
Yeah.
didn't know
Yes.
that.
And if you're not at the sale, you're not gonna get paid.
Yeah, you have to be
You've
there
got to
with
represent
them.
your buyer.
Got to be there and hold their hand.
Right.
Yeah.
And they do need to bring 10%.
10% day of sale, whatever it brings.
We'll take
them
a
to have
check.
it. And a personal check's fine.
Yeah,
Personal
we'll take a
check's
check.
preferred.
That's what I thought.
And if you bounce that check, it's.
What about
$1,000.
IOU?
No IOUs. You know, you gotta remember, we'll take a check on it, because when you run a check on real estate, it's more than a felony. Bounce that check, you're in trouble.
That's a big
if you
deal.
bounce it, we're just gonna give you a few days to come up with that money. And if you don't come up with the money, we're gonna turn it over to the district attorney.
Yeah, so auction sales are a no muss, no fuss.
Okay.
It needs to
I've always
sell, and I
wondered
need my
that.
money, and there should be no arguments, no inspections, none of that business. It's selling, and I get my money.
And
That's
we
what it's
try to
like.
explain everything at the sale. We try to give out brochures, tell everybody what the tax information is, surveys on it. If it's a floodplain, it tells you it's a floodplain, we'll announce it's a floodplain. If there's a lien against it, we'll tell you there's a right of way through it. We'll tell you everything we know about the property.
Day of sale, so
And
that
you should
they
have
know
it in writing
everything.
there too.
Say you have a property that there's money still owed on a mortgage. Can
You
that be?
can't have an absolute sale.
Yeah, it has to be a reserve to that number.
So it can,
Yeah.
it can still be auctioned.
It can still
We
be
can
auctioned
auction it,
off,
but it has
yes,
to be a
but
reserve.
it has to be a reserve sale.
Yeah.
Absolute auctions always do better, that if you do have one that they have a lien still on it, then
Cannot sell
we
it
can't
that way.
sell it without it being a reserve sale.
Unless the bank is willing to take whatever it brings. Then we
Yeah,
can
and
make an
sometimes
absolute-
they will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if they only owe a certain amount on it and we know it's gonna bring more than that, the bank will be like, okay, just go ahead and do it, absolute, because they know that
But
it
we
will
have to
bring
have that in
more.
writing.
Yeah, it's gotta be in writing.
Does that go for any other kind of liens as well, like mechanics liens?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's got a lien, we can't sell it unless we clear it up. Yeah, we've got to clear it up, as simple as that.
That's why the
And
title
we-
work gets done
Prior
first.
to. So we know what we're looking at the day of the sale. And that way we can tell everybody at that sale, we had title work completed on this. You need to get your own, but we had it done. It was clear when we did it.
Yeah,
If we had a lien on it, we're clearing it up. Simple as that.
yeah.
Awesome.
So say auction day's here, buyer is sold, how long, and it takes 30 days after that?
Well,
Is
if they
there-
close anytime they want to.
Yeah, if they've got the cash, they can close in 2 weeks, cause
Yeah.
title work's been done. They can
Because
try
they're responsible for their own title.
For
They
their
don't
own
want
title.
another title.
Okay.
No, we're not gonna give them ours.
Yeah, no, they'll have to get their
They
own.
have to get their own.
However long it takes them to get
And
their
I've
own.
had clients that don't want to do title, they just go close.
Yeah, so I mean, they can close quick if they've got the
But we
cash to
don't
do it.
guarantee them nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we just looking at our aspect.
So do you guys do, when you say you do your title work, is it done like through a quick claim or?
No,
no, we send it to a title company and have
Oh,
them
so you just have
clear
the-
it.
you
It's
just have the search
cleared and
done,
ready to go.
okay.
Have
we
the
search
search
it,
done.
and we have an actual title, opinion on it, in
Okay.
writing.
Oh, okay, so I was thinking you guys had it transferred to you.
No,
Oh, okay.
No, it comes from the seller, to the buyer. And they have, the buyer has to be there, and the seller has to be there. We do, we can do it by, internet anymore, overnight, if we have to send deeds or something overnight, we can send it overnight to be signed, whatever it takes like that. We've done that all kinds of times.
Yeah,
Sweet.
sometimes you have to find heirs that they didn't even, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you get all
Yeah.
that done before you have the sale, so there's no question.
And we
that-
gotta make sure if it's an estate, you have an executor of the estate, and they have the power to sell it.
Yeah,
A lot of executors do not have the power to sell the real estate.
they only have the power to sell the personal property.
Right. Now, administrator does not have the power to sell real estate, period.
Mhm.
You have to have all heirs sign it.
Yeah.
Which can get super difficult.
Oh, yes, you better believe it.
If you
So you're
got-
saying even the executor of the will doesn't have the power?
Sometimes they don't, it's not in the will itself.
It's not in the
It
will.
does not give them power to do it. It has to be in the will.
Well, I've seen
Gives them power
wills,
to-
I've seen wills that give them the executorship, but only on personal property. The real estate's not listed, they
That
don't
one
get it.
right
in
there, matter of fact, we had an executor, he started off the thing. All heirs had to sign that.
Mhm. Now, all the heirs had to be at the sale and sign it that day. So, we make sure all that's squared away too, even if they don't like each other, we'll just make them stand on the other side.
Believe me, I've had sales that we had to have the sheriffs in,
Yeah,
they're killing
keep
each
them,
other.
keep them from getting in a fight with each other, yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But,
Justin and I retired.
no, we're not bouncing, no, we're done.
Yeah, we've had sales that, as they've had a lot of disagreements, and they end up fighting each other. But you gotta remember, we're the ones standing up on the podium. Guess who gets shot first?
It's always the real estate agent that blame guys, okay?
We're the ones that fought because it happened.
Because it happened, yes, of course.
Jerry,
we're
that
gonna-
might be one of those instances where you'll say, I'll deal with the gun.
Exactly.
There's a P320 auction. People.
But anyway, that's the way we handle them. We try to have fun at the sales. We don't want any problems. But we want everybody happy when they're done.
Yeah, we want everybody to have a good time. That's the name of the game. Have a good time, buy some real estate and some cool stuff, maybe.
Right.
It's fun. It's fun. Yes.
I'm definitely coming to one. I
And
wanna
then
go
you
to
go
one.
through your box of stuff that you bit off, and we're so excited, and you're like, I got one trinket out of here. And the rest of it's gonna go to the Goodwill. What did I do? Yes, it's fun. It's so fun.
We sell box lots. We sell, well, and if we have a box lot I can't even get a bid on, I'll add another one to it and give me $1.
I've seen, we've had, at the end of the day, it has been just one of those days, and at the end of the day, we've still got so much left, Dad will walk in and go, everything in the garage. So,
I have got clients that come to our sales that drive off with a truck load of stuff and bet they don't have $50 in it.
yeah. Seriously, a whole truckload, it's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
They probably never do anything with it. They're just like, oh, we got it.
I can honestly tell you the best time to have, go to a personal property sale is after lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you do the real estate first.
Now, if you have something particular you wanna buy, it might be gone,
Yeah.
but if you wanna get bargains, it's usually after
After
lunch.
lunch is bargains, yes, but, yeah.
The later in the day it goes, the better the bargains.
And if it's a personal property sale, we try to get a church or a food truck or somebody to come out and make sure, because you
Okay,
don't
civic
want them
order.
to leave at lunchtime. So we
We
gotta
don't
have
take
food there
breaks.
for them, we put tents for them, we make sure that if it's too hot, we try, you know, we don't want them to leave. We gotta get everything sold that day, and if they're leaving, they're not buying, so,
You know, we don't take breaks for lunch.
no, we don't take no
I've
breaks.
seen auctioneers do that, we
We don't
don't.
do that.
No.
We knock
We
it
sell
out.
the real estate, next thing up is personal property. And so while we're signing the real estate papers, we're selling personal property.
Already in the process, and while he's eating his hot dog, I'm auctioneering, and vice versa. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And like I say, if you book it, we'd like for you to be there to help us,
Help us work the ground.
Work the ground.
Talk to everybody. You're real
Sounds
estate
like
agents, you must
fun.
love people, right? So, you know, and auctions are fun. Talk
Might
to
give you an
everybody.
opportunity to get another list.
And you might pick up a new client while you're there.
That's right.
Happens all the time. So auction sales are good. Go out and be giving you business cards now saying, hey, are you bidding on this today?
What are you interested in?
What are you looking for if this one doesn't
Believe me,
go
if they
your
don't get
way?
involved, they're looking for something.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, so.
They're already there.
They're
They're
there to
already
buy.
there, and they're
They're
there
there.
to buy.
They're there.
They're
to
there.
buy.
They're there to be there.
That's right. And they're willing to buy, they just got outbid. They're still looking. Any other questions?
No, but can you do some more auctioneering?
It's not that, okay. Let's start off at $100,000. Who give me 100 and I'm bidding about 100 now, about
Here.
75. I got 100 over here. Now 100 and a quarter, bid about a quarter, now 5. Now 130.
Here.
Now 140. 140, 40, bid about a 40, now 50, 50, 50, bid about 50. Anybody 50, 50, 50, bid about a 50. 50 I got right there, who give me 60? Now 60, now 70, 70, 70, bid about 60. 170, who give me 170? 170, I sold it for 160.
Did I go?
Well, thank you all for being here. I know Kim has a closing.
Yes, but well, we both do. We
Okay.
work together a lot, so yes, we've got a closing today. But thank you all so much.
Thank you all so much.
And feel
Good to
free
meet you all.